Greetings to the 12 tribes of the children of Israel scattered abroad, in the name of Jehovah our Creator and Jesus Christ of Nazareth. My name is Lily of the Valley, and today we're doing blood libel, the people who drink blood, which the Most High Jehovah our Creator forbids it, and they do it in various forms, so you don't know what they're doing. So blood is not to be eaten, it's not to be drunk. Now there are many ways people do it. Some call it spirit cooking, some call it cannibalism, some call it adrenochrome or something like that. But most of the information on this video is going to be in the description box, because a lot of the people in witchcraft, sorcery, idolatry, high places, they do it. They kidnap a lot of children. They do organ harvesting, body parts, trafficking in people. And the people who do these things know who they are, and they're also liars, so they deny it. So they're orchards, they're groves, they're under the earth, above the earth, doing all these things. But you'll have to pause the video and read it, or check the link in the description box. And a lot of the Japhetites do it, the Hamites do it, even the children of Israel do it, because you can check down in the islands. They call it blood pudding or sauce or blood sausage. And those things were banned, when the children of Israel are holy, they're banned out of their countries. Okay. And it goes way back. So I'm going to scroll through that article showing you how it goes way back, and then link a lot of videos as well. So the reference for this is Josephus sequel to the history of the Jews. We're going to look at page 771. It is in line with the Planned Parenthood, the eugenics, the mRNAs with the babies. Remember that video? How they chop up the body parts, then they put it in the gene therapies. They do it with the monkey cells, blue crab, all the things that the Most High say are abominations and not to be done. Okay, so this is page 771, page 772. They were taking the children and crucifying them. Okay. If the Jews didn't have any problem crucifying Jesus and the apostles then, and a lot of them still haven't repented, you think they're not going to do these things now? So our people, the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, those of you who are into these things, the Most High is calling you to repent or perish. Okay. Notice a lot of the Japhetites do these things to this day. when you see those crimes in Mexico, when you see Bookman's prayer in the Asian Revolution, when you see how the KKK worked, our book says, by their deeds ye shall know them. Okay? So here's another book that gives you an account of some of those type of atrocities, how they eat the people. So you have Japheth, Genesis 10 verse 1 to 6, and Edom. These are their practices as well. This is page 138. So they cook the woman and ate her. See? These were the Popists that were doing these things, or they're called Roman Catholics as well. So you have the Jews doing it, and you have the Popists. And the Mosai's Bible, dietary laws tell you don't do these things. So that's one of the edict where that happened. Okay. So when they tell you that this blood libel is false, who just got arrested for doing those things? A whole ring of them called Gillian, Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein. If you look at Bunny Wailer's interview before he died, I think some of that, he said he saw, you know, who did I manage them? Drinking blood. He said he saw it with his own eyes. So I'll leave you those stories in the description box. Yep. Look up vampires and where they came from. Okay. Dracula and so on. Look up the skins of the Negroes or the Israelites, or they ended up on book covers for leather, shoes. Look up organ harvesting, trafficking. Look up who got caught trying to smuggle children out of Haiti. Look up at the disappearance of the children. Nobody finds them. Look up cord blood placenta. Look up the people who run the meat houses. They say they grind up some of those people and they become mincemeat. Say Pope Innocent. The AIDS physician allegedly. See it? Look up the Kiri, Kiri, how they died. They were over there in the Pacific. They were eating flesh, just like you see in the whatever that word is, with the mRNA and the deaths and just chaos. Because when the Most High said, don't do these things, don't do them. And the church has been ill-treated. Remember, the Most High said, by their deeds you shall know them. So if you're seeing people who call themselves Christian or Jew or Israelite and their deeds line up with Satan, they're going to hell with Satan, because broad is the road that leads to destruction, and you have to repent before you can be saved, and to follow the laws, the statutes, the commandments, the ordinances, the judgments, the holy days, the Sabbaths, the Jubilees, the faith of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the dietary laws. You have to do what the Most High says to do, and then don't do what he says not to do. So you see these places where these happenings are, in the Caribbean, all over the earth. And it comes hand in hand with sorcery, idolatry, witchcraft, lying, stealing, greed, power. So a lot of them sell their souls to Lucifer to get power in the earth. But in the end, it leads to destruction. Many atheists. You should also look into the Stephen Dollard. He did a thing on which churches have the most blood drinkers. Also look and the most witchcraft, sorcery. He did the Prophecy Club. And look at also the destruction of the Indies by Bartholomew de las Casas. These people were Japhetites, Romans. They call themselves Christians, but their deeds were of Satan. So don't listen to people when they tell you they're Christian or they're this, they're that. Watch if their works and their deeds and their fruit line up with the scriptures. Okay? Because a lot of them are wolves in sheep's clothing. So avoid these things. Even they eat the rat, the mouse, the pig, the monkey, the poisons. A lot of these things are in the perfumes, the semen, the blood. Yeah, you should look up some of these perfumes, what they're made of. And the cologne. And the brands on the clothes you wear and who designed them. And the sorcery and the spirits that go with those things, the bad spirits. Notice they're talking about battle for the soul of the nation now, and it's pure degeneracy. When you donate blood, you don't know what they're doing with these things. When those children come across the border open, nobody knows where they go after that. Boy, Lord help us. Notice a lot of these go with the orgies and the sodomies and the cross-genderism and the effeminates and the Romans. They were doing it a lot. Look at the book of Romans. Look at the sodomites, the lesbia, the Gomorites. Where are their nations now? They don't exist. The Babylonians, the great Egyptians, they were doing that too. All idolaters, the Most High say, are going to perish. All of the people who do these things. So remember, a lot of it going to be in the notes section and a link to the articles. Now you got to save these articles offline because a lot of them are being scrubbed from the internet. Like a lot of the interviews that I was going to put in, the videos are gone, but I'd watched some of them before. So we can see that who was confessing, who was doing what. Yeah, so check into Bob Marley. Bunny Wailer interview with his fight with Chris Blackwell and what he said with his own eyes that he saw him drinking. Same thing that you see here. You notice reggae music used to be about Jehovah and Zion and holiness and righteousness, and how degenerate that music is now, and also rap music. There's a reason for those things. Okay. They want to turn the children of Israel into degenerates. You see, a lot of these companies who are doing it and who is behind these companies. Yeah. So those quote unquote genetic companies. Now you see how diseases are targeted specifically to certain population. And even mosquitoes, you can't even get a regular mosquito bite anymore because all of these things are weaponized. When you see them pinpoint who have what and them need what kind of blood, then that's when your children disappear and your loved ones disappear, and they use money to infiltrate countries, corporations, governments. And then all of a sudden, one day you realize, oh my God, where did our people go? So with that, I say shalom. These things are real. Know that the Most High say they're real and they're real.